You adopted her because you couldn't give
Hello
birth,
everyone,
right? Because
welcome
of
to my
guilt.
channel.
Old
Don't
Man
forget to
N took Xiao
subscribe.
Mengke's remarks to put it aside. I asked Xiao Sugar for proof, wanting to know what was going on in his mouth. No! I do have a daughter with King Kit, but it's not Xiao Mengke. She is just a girl I saw when I went to help in the orphanage. I feel that she looks a lot like King Kit, especially those eyes. The first to see her in seconds, I remembered King Kit, so I adopted her home, gave her this name, and took care of her for 10 years. Indeed, I was a little sick, looking at a little girl like a lover. I will adopt her, but I really treat her as my own daughter. I have no other idea. As for why she suddenly became your granddaughter, I also feel very strange, so I wanted to go to Eng's house before. Go and explain it to you, but you refused to see me. Xiao Sugar said everything in one breath, and Father Eng did not have any surprises listening to his words. He just nodded plainly and continued to ask, "What else is there? What else? You still want to know, is there anything about Xiao Mengke? Believe me, she is really not your granddaughter. When you brought her back to the Eng's house, it was absolutely impossible to rely on the so-called token. You must have done a paternity test. Isn't she right? She must have bought your staff as an appraisal agency, and what methods have been used to tamper with the results of the paternity test? You can do it again quietly to prove that what I said is true." Xiao Sugar was worried that Old Man N would not believe him. He continued to say it again a little anxiously. Old Man N looked up at him and said slowly, "I know, I have done the paternity test again." When Lin Su showed his true appearance in front of him before, Istring felt that Lin Su is more like his daughter. At that moment, he knew what a divine appearance was. Lin Su and Xiao Mengke's appearance were different. He looked at Xiao Mengke. She would feel that her appearance was very similar, but some of the movements and eyes she showed inadvertently were quite different from those of Enkinki. Eldarin immediately asked the butler to investigate Lin Su's life experience. The results of the investigation showed that Lin Su is Lin Arshan's daughter, but further investigation revealed a lot of incredible things. Lin Arshan's wife is actually called Lin Qingqi, and like his daughter, she is also an overseas nobleman. After further investigation, he actually found that it was his daughter. Why didn't she go home for so many years? And he didn't know when he remarried. Old Man N felt that all this was a bit confusing, and he was a bit confused. When he was looking at the appraisal report sent by the hospital that day, Xiao Mengke rushed into the study. Xiao Sugar was a little excited when he heard Old Man Eng's words. "Then you should know that Xiao Mengke is not your granddaughter. You should go with me to see if the real granddaughter is okay. She really needs family affection, and she has come here alone for so many years. Her stepfather is not good to her at all. She has a very hard life, and she will definitely feel very happy to be able to recognize you." Lin Su must be very sad now in her heart. She was hurt so badly that Bo Kingen was not there. Staying with her by your side, you can know her feelings when you think about it. If you can recognize Mr. N at this time, it should be a great comfort to her. Don't worry, I still want to ask you about my daughter. Tell me everything about the two of you at the beginning." Father N knew that Lin Su is her granddaughter, but he was not in a hurry. To get acquainted with her, he would like to know what happened to his daughter. Because he has investigated Lin Su's current situation and knows that she has an online store, an online celebrity, and her own life. She should be living very well, but she doesn't know how her daughter is. Xiao Sugar couldn't help feeling sad when he thought of Enkinki. how desperate he was when he was imprisoned by Yukin, how painful and kinky was in that year. The villa in the city center. Xiao Mengke looked at the hot search with his mobile phone. At first, he was very happy, but the more he looked at it, the worse his expression became. In the end, he turned into a skyrocketing languor. He smashed the phone to the side, and the phone fell to the floor. What nonsense are these reporters talking about? They dare to say that to me if they know it. Don't let me die. She panted, thinking about the comments she had just seen on the internet, and saw a few words that spoke for her. In the comments, it was said that Bo Qingchen had been married to her a long time ago, and that the two family members have a baby relationship, which is a perfect match. If you want to talk about the junior, it should be Lin Suren the junior. She looked at the comments in a very good mood, but she turned a few off as she didn't expect it, and it was almost abusive to her comments. The threi views upstairs are crooked. What age is it now? They actually said that the baby kiss, Lin Su is the girlfriend that Xiaobo has publicly admitted. The two of them are a pair. Xiao Mengke is not a mistress that does it, that's right. He has a sullen look on his face. He has never lived in China mainland since he was a child. He is just a foreign dog, so I am embarrassed to come back to grab the thing once. The most annoying thing in this life is the junior, destroying other people's feelings. Be careful of retribution, little thing, and it has nothing to say to maintain Xiao Mengke. Reporters' whereabouts of Bo's public relations department, those people who refused to answer, indicating little thing Xiao Mengke did not recognize the identity of what she is not a small three is. Down Xiaosang. Downward Xiaosang. Xiao Mengke, get out of China continent, get out of China continent. Xiao Mengke recalled the comments he had just seen, and seemed to be able to see those comment pages floating in front of her. She was not angry. He took the bag next to him and walked out of the villa. After getting in the car, he said directly to the driver, "Go to boss." Yes, Mr. Driver promised to step on the accelerator. At the same time, in the office on the top floor of Bo's, Zhang Song was a little embarrassed, looking at Bo Qingchen. "Bo Xiao, many reporters and media have called to ask you to verify emotional questions. How should I answer? Or continue to remain silent and not answer? They tell you what to verify?" Bo Qingchen asked without squinting, looking at the files on the computer screen. "The media want to know whether you and Ms. Lin are lovers or are you separated? What is the relationship between you and Xiao Mengke? Is Xiao Mengke Jr.? Just answer it honestly." Bo Qingchen answered indifferently. But Zhang Song was at a loss. What does it mean to answer truthfully?